Hi, my name is Steve. I am from Fargo, North Dakota, originally from New York, New Jersey area, and I heard so much good things about this place. I have come here for a mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual cleansing. And I really look forward to the 10 days together in fellowship with everybody. It was an amazing 10 days. I learned so much about myself. Issues I've dealt with as far back as I can remember since I was born, especially greater control over my mental and emotional aspects of my behavior and how importantly it ties into the spiritual realm and dimension. And the energy that I got from here has been incredible. I've been a lifelong fitness enthusiast, and I cannot believe I am doing some of the greatest amount of weights lifted in my life, eaten raw. I wouldn't have believed it unless I directly experienced it. I've had pretty bad knee pain for about 2.5 years. That is virtually gone. I ran today for about 2 miles. I haven't done that in 2.5 years since my injury, and no medicine, no medication was able to really erase the knee pain, except this kind of clean, alkaline, raw eating. Again, I would not have believed it unless I was blessed enough to be able to come here to experience it. Well, this program is what makes it so special. Bellavita, like in Italian, beautiful life, is because of God and Jesus Christ, and it gives it its full impact, its full delivery, is because of God and the Lord.
My name is Liz Flores, and I come from Temecula, California, and I'm here because I'm too emotional. And I think I will be healed, and I'll be a brand new person when I leave this place.
I came here, I had a little depression. I couldn't control my emotions, and now I can. I feel so much happier, and I can talk to you. I couldn't do that before. What I liked the most about this program was the saunas, the coffee enemas when I was feeling down, and it made me feel so good afterwards. The walks, and the favorite one was the cold sheet. It was a very relaxing feeling. Afterwards, it's just you talk and let everything out, and you feel so good. The food, it was amazing, I would say. Awesome.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I came in from Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia. I heard about Bellavita through a friend of mine, and I came here because I have some health issues. I suffer from chronic pain and fatigue, among other multiple health issues, and I have expectations that I will gain the tools here to change my lifestyle and to improve my health. And that's my hope. Thank you. Well, I came with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, and especially the fatigue, in the area of the fatigue, that has improved significantly. My pain has been reduced, and it keeps improving each day. So I would have like a swelling in the back of my neck all the way down my spine. It would be completely inflamed and painful to the touch, even the touch of clothes. In my rib cage area would be completely inflamed, and even the softest clothes would be painful to touch, and that has improved significantly over the time that I've been here. Mentally, I feel more clarity and more equipped to deal with my condition as it improves. Yeah. It was wonderful. I feel blessed to have been here. It was just, it far exceeded my expectations. The place is just peaceful. It brings on a sense of peace and hope.
My name is Bill Wang. I'm coming from Lemoore, California, Central California. And I'm here to improve my health by boosting my immune capability, immune system, because I have a history of lymphoma from, it's been about 8 years now since I was first diagnosed. In my mind, no doubt, has been one of the best 10 days of my life. And I'm 74, I'm the oldest guest here, so I can say that. What I liked most was the tie-in of healthy living with biblical principles. I feel better. I feel like my next CT scan will be much better than the previous one, because I'm going to continue this program as long as I can, of juicing and eating vegan food, which, by the way, was delicious. I want to thank Charmaine for that. It was so appetizing, so pretty looking, so everybody was taking pictures. That's why it was, it was so beautiful. You use the Gerson therapy here. I said, that's the place I've got to go. Because I checked with 2 or 3 other places, and they didn't use the juicing or Gerson therapy as much as you do here. I'm sure my next checkup will be better.
My name is Omari Onyango. I come from Victorville, California. I heard about Bellavita and I want to improve my health. I have some health challenges that I want to be taken care of, and I believe Bellavita has the solution to what I'm looking for. This has been one of my greatest experiences in life. I really can't say enough how this has changed my life completely. I don't think it's going to be the same again. Because when I came, I didn't know what I was going to find here. When you go to a new place, there are all sorts of thoughts. What kind of people? What's the program like? But the first day made me realize that God intended me to be here. Because as other speakers have said, this is a program that shows you what God wants you to be by eating right, by doing the simple things in life, like air, like sunshine, like walking. All those 8 laws of health that are priceless is what is being taught here. And taught in such a manner that there's a spiritual packing. It's not just picked from the air, it has a spiritual packing. So if you want the reference, you have it. You have no doubt in your mind why. I've done massages before, but this is the first one that we prayed before the massage. And I felt such a relief. I felt such a peace. So when we came to the call sheet, I was prepared and ready to go through that experience. It gave me a new beginning, because I felt that a big load has been taken out of my shoulders. Now I can start again, living my life.
Hi, my name is Pam, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I am at Bellavita because I have been searching for healing on levels that I have not been able to find elsewhere. The physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and fifthly, the social. And I am really excited to be here. I am really, really thankful to have been able to come to Bellavita. Before I came, I was taking medications that I knew were not good for me. The main reason that I came was to detox from all of the bad things that I had been putting in my body. And so I'm safely off of all of my drugs, which I'm thankful for. I didn't realize that by not following the laws of health that God had given to us, that we were actually violating. And I didn't understand that. I didn't believe that before, but now I do. And I understand and believe how much that impacts my spiritual life, my physical life, everything. And so I am committed to living a different lifestyle when I go home. And that's another reason why I came. I felt like I needed a block of time to get into a habit of doing something different, so that when I go back home, I can continue this. I went to the bathroom a lot. Which is good, because I'm happy to have, cleaned out my system. I enjoyed being outside in warmer weather this time of the year, considering where I'm from, and the saunas, the walks, the hot tub was all really, really good and refreshing. Earthing, I had never heard of earthing before I came here. What a powerful thing. And it felt so good. Also, what I learned, which is very important for me, is how my negative thinking has impacted my life. And Danny, you've given me some powerful tools to combat that. And it's something that I'm going to have to be practicing moment by moment by moment. But God has given us everything we need, and so I need to tap into that and more, and that's a practice that I will be doing as well on a daily basis.
My name is James Ware. I have a mild form of leukemia, LLC, and I hope that we can get some results from from my visit here. I really want to give thanks to my daughter for encouraging me to come. She was the reason that I'm here. She said, "Daddy, you got to go," and more than once, So I said, "Okay, I'm headed that way." The program was wonderful. I didn't know what to expect when I got here, even though I know people who've been here have been here already. I really didn't know what to expect. My blood pressure, man. My first day, my blood pressure was 163 over 106. Next to the last day is 112 over 68, okay? And that's that's the best of my life. That's the best that's ever been in my life. And I feel good. The program has really benefited me, from the walks, from the gym to the sauna. And I especially appreciated all the information that you shared with us, man. You really gave us some points that we all need to know, And I for one, is going to be a raw food eater for life. Please go. If you need help, I will try and help you any way I can. I'll drive you over there. It's just that important for your life. And I have a list in my mind of people that I'm going to definitely try and encourage to come over here, because everybody should come, really, okay? Because we're all being polluted, as we learned in our information that you gave us, that we all have these toxins in our bodies, And the first day with the seawater, I didn't know what to expect, but it was great. And I'm going to continue that when I get back home. I'll do it for another 20 days, and you guys will be the first to know when I get my results. You'll be the first to know that it came out positive.
My name is Margaret Munene. I come from Minnesota, and I heard about Bellavita from my friend. He told me about it because his son came here, and because I was hurting so bad, my husband told me I have to come here. Then we called and we were told the date we are going to start. Then that's why I'm here, and I believe by God's grace I'll be fine, I'll be well. I'm happy to be here, and when I was coming here I was so nervous, I was so scared because I didn't know where I was coming. But today I can witness God knew where I was coming. And I came here because I had some problems in my joint. I was feeling pain and stiff sometimes, even I couldn't walk. And we heard about Bellavita on December. Then my husband told me, you have to go there because we need peace in this house. So we have to go there. Then I said, okay, that's fine. I feel much better. I don't feel pain. I don't feel pain anymore, although just my ankle, and it's not that much. It's going on, coming back then, and I hope by time I'll be well. So thank you so much for the good work you are doing, and God will bless you. And also the way you work as a team. I like the way you work because your communication. I was so happy to see the way you are working. So God bless you and keep you.
Hi, my name is Monica Hernandez, and I'm from Irvine, California. I heard about Bellavita from Dr. Donato, and a couple of years ago I did the Manna cleanse, but I decided I wanted to come to this beautiful facility because I've read so many good things. And actually, funny story is I called on Sunday and to find out about the schedule, and they said they had one more women's spot. How fast could I get there? And I said, well, I have all the time in the world. So I hopped in my car the next day and drove 7 hours, and here I am. I'm loving it. And the most thing that I'm excited about is what I'm going to learn here, because I plan on being an advocate about the body cleanse. And so I want to be an example and be able to preach it with conviction by doing it myself. So I'm excited about the new journey. The thing I was excited about most coming to Bellavita was getting back on track with my Gerson protocol. I wasn't so good with my diet. I ate things that I shouldn't, like lots of lobster and fish, and a couple times I had a couple of beers, and so I know how bad alcohol is. Well, anyways, coming here was like my reset button, and I was in for a sweet surprise because I get to meet so many amazing people. I get to eat amazing food, and the topping on the cake was getting to see the improvement of all of the other people that were here for their illnesses and seeing their improvement right before my eyes. And that was so beautiful to watch, and hearing the different stories of people's pain disappearing and even hearing coughs improve. That was really awesome. And for me, it was great because I came in with a bladder infection, and it was a stubborn thing, but Danny kept on with just stay consistent, and I think it's gone. I'm really excited about that. I guess another thing that was a highlight was getting to watch the people at Bellavita enjoy raw food and get excited about it. But when they finally ate live raw food, without all the saturation of fats and fried and salts and refined sugar, and they get to taste what real food tastes like, the way God intended. And to watch their eyes light up with the bright colors and looking at all the different varieties of fruits and vegetables, and then tasting it for the first time and actually taking their time chewing it and paying attention to the different flavors and getting excited about wanting to take this home to their families. What I really like about the detox is that you do an extra coffee enema and the pain is gone. The lethargia is gone. With my own experience, I remember I had 2 bouts of lethargic, tired. I took 2 naps in a day. One of them was over 2 hours, I'm embarrassed to say, and I was still exhausted. And I know that's just the body getting rid of all of the toxins. It floods your bloodstream and it's trying to get it out. What I loved about Bellavita and the reconnecting with God is the cold sheet treatment. A lot of things came out in my cold sheet treatment about my grandma that I didn't know had tucked away, and how much guilt I carried around. And knowing that God forgives me for everything and taught me to forgive myself, that I couldn't have done anything for her. And to know that He still loves me regardless and also my relationship with my mother, and to have the compassion and to realize that even though I held all this anger and resentment towards my mother for being an alcoholic, that a lot of it was just deep soul hurt that she had carried around, and I carried a lot of resentment towards her, and realized being here that it was actually a sin of me to not forgive my own mom. And I'm really excited to get to see her face to face and tell her I love her, and that I want to apologize for holding all of that against her. I think that for me was a big eye-opener. And one last thing is, what I love about Bellavita's teaching, the lessons, is that they go in little sessions. It's not an overload. It's like these, every day they have a session in the mid-morning, and they have a session in the afternoon, and a documentary at night, and it gives you a little burst of things so you can reflect and converse with all the other people that are here. And so it's not information overload. It's just enough to teach you how to reconnect with your body, with live foods, with God, and it improves so many different areas of your life.
My name is Daniel Thomas. I come from High Wycombe, England. I found out about Bellavita on the internet. I've been doing some research because I wanted to go somewhere where I can have a better understanding of how I can improve my health. I have tried so many things in the past. I suffer from sickle cell anemia and other symptoms. Anyway, when I saw Bellavita's theme on the internet, I was convinced that this is a place I would come, and I expect a vast improvement in my health over this 10-day period. I've already started, and I feel great already. Thank you. I never imagined that I'd have such a blessed time. It's been wonderful. It's been, I feel free. I feel free. I feel peace. I feel content. I feel clean inside and out. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, it's been a detox, a true detox that I've never, ever experienced. First off, I could not walk 500 yards, maybe even 200 without being totally out of breath. I've shared with you how when I wake up in the morning after having 8 hours sleep, I would go and take a shower before going to work. But just the exertion from taking a shower, I'll be winded. I'd have to sit down for a few minutes just to catch my breath. That's how bad it was. But the first day, yeah, I did walk 1 mile. I progressed to 2 miles. I cycled 4 miles. I've been to the gym every day, except one day. I've done the earthing. Those things nobody could make me do. Why on earth would I take my shoes off and walk on cold grass? Am I crazy? The sauna experience was just a great release for me. You were there the first time I actually sweat, because I never perspired, you know. So I thank God that my pores were open and I began to sweat. The first day I didn't sweat. Maybe the second day I didn't, but the third day the sweat came out. And then going to the cold shower, I used to be so terrified of, you know, the cold because of my extremities. You know, anemia makes you very prone to cold. You feel the cold more than the average person. So the gout situation was so bad. 6 months ago, I could not walk. I was stranded in my apartment for days simply because I could not walk. I had to crawl to the bathroom or to the kitchen. Imagine not being I had nightmares of my feet being amputated, and I thought my life was over. I was so depressed. For me to walk all those miles and not have any inflammation in my feet is a miracle in itself. I don't feel any pain. I mean, look at it. But the highlight, everything was wonderful, but the highlight for me was the cold sheet. It set me free. I felt God's love. I felt His compassion. I felt His healing power touching me. And on a spiritual dimension, I picked up some revelation from the teachings, the health lectures that we had, going through the Bible, understanding that God's plan and His will for us to eat what He has provided in nature, and to avoid the things that are not good for us, that will cloud our minds and our judgment to the extent that we won't be able to communicate with Him, and will be prone to temptation, susceptible to temptation. So now I have learned a lot, and this is only the beginning. I know He started a good work in my life, and by His grace, I will be persistent. There'll be challenges as soon as I get back, because I have to go back to work. My surroundings, my family, my friends, some of them might wonder, what happened to me in the United States. That I now eat rabbit food instead of joining them in the feasts of. But I know what's good for me, and I won't compromise. The first thing I will tell anyone with sickle cell anemia is to stop eating animal products, because your circulation is so important, and by reason of the disease, you're already compromised. So imagine the diseases that people who do not have this disease, that the diseases get from eating animal food such as eggs, dairy, and all the rest of it. It will do you far more damage, because you don't have, you're anemic in the first place, so your circulation is already weak, and your circulation is very, very important. It's extremely important, because it is through there that your body is nourished, that food is assimilated, that the waste is removed. So it's so important to keep your blood clean and free flowing, so that you can get the best out of life, because healing starts from there. Your healing starts. You cannot have an unhealthy circulation, unhealthy blood, and be well. It's something I wish I'd learned since I was a child. All the rubbish I'd taken into my body have impaired my, healing. I'd like to thank God, because when I decided to come here, when I thought of coming here, I had many doubts and hesitations. And He eventually made it possible for me to come. And I'm so glad that He gave me that privilege, and I know why He allowed me to come now. So yes, I give all the glory to God. I've graduated from Bellavita with full honors.